What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the St. Thomas Tommies Dynasty. Here in Season 1, we go on the road to play against Texas State, and on the surface, they're not that great comparative to other typical FBS teams. You know, they have a D+ offense, C defense, you know, kind of a vulnerable team, to be honest. Now, Kirk Herbstreit, he's going to be rocking with them here today, but you know, I'm just having a really good feeling about this football game, though, let me tell you what. But hey, before I get into this football game, make sure you smash that like button, and if you're brand new to the channel as well, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you really enjoy college football gaming content here on YouTube. But hey, without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bobcat Stadium, home of the Texas State Bobcats. Should be an interesting one here because this is the worst FBS team that we have faced so far this season. Granted, we had an FCS team blow us out, but I feel like we've been playing better than what we have been in previous weeks. So if we do what we need to do, this could be the day. But here we are, 3rd and 12. It's our first possession of the game. We're going to try to throw a corner strike, and unfortunately it is offline, so we had to punt it away early on. And it's just simply not looking good for the Tommies early on, as Jensen is able to get a 5-yard gain on the carry as they go into their no-huddle offense, which is well documented. The Tommies have struggled mightily in dealing with this kind of offensive attack, more so than any other that we had to deal with thus far this season. 1st and 10 though for the Bobcats. Jensen's gonna it's gonna be a draw, and we do have a couple of guys there to make the tackle initially, but Robert Brown does break both of them instead of getting caught at the line of scrimmage. It's a 17-yard gain instead, which then leads to this touchdown to Jacoby Hopkins, as the Bobcats will take a 7-0 lead early on. But here we go, we have another 3rd and 10. We are just having a difficult time getting the ball, moving them forward, but Bo Hall's going to scramble. He's going to get the, oh, he's so close. We're only an inch away, but we're going to go ahead and try to go for it here, as we're the huge underdog here anyway, so we have absolutely nothing to lose whatsoever, and Justin Little gets the first. Following the fake punt, we have Bo Hall and his offense back out on the field for this 1st and 10, as we try to throw it to Keith Stone, who drops the pass, which now makes it 2nd and 10 for the Tommies here, as our team is pretty rattled early on, as our offense having a hard time get the ball moving, as we had Keith Stone again wide open, still incomplete. 3rd and 10 though for the Tommies. This time around we're going to try to run a 4 verticals, as Bo Hall is going to drop back the pass, trying to throw it up the middle, and it's nearly intercepted. We may have had the fake punt earlier, but we had to settle for a punt once again, and now the Bobcats have the ball right back. But this, and picking up right where they left off, frankly, is Robert Brown. He gains 13 on the play. 1st and 10 following the 13-yard gain. This time Jensen's going to drop back the pass. This time he throws it off his lineman and falls incomplete, which is really lucky for us. That probably would have been completed knowing our luck out here on the field, as now Robert Brown, he gets the carry. He picks up the 1st down himself, only this time it's for a gain of 10. A couple of plays later, we force him into a long 3rd and 11, and now Jensen drops back to pass, gets it to Hopkins again. This time he's short of the 1st down marker, and we hold him. No, they're going to go for the field goal attempt, and look at this. It is way offline. So we hold them without any points, as we go to a studio update, as West Virginia and Baylor are locked in a really close one right now. West Virginia trying to stay alive, keep their bowl hopes, while Baylor remains undefeated. Back to our football team though. Bo Hall is going to try to run the read option, and it goes for a loss of 4 yards on the gain, making it a long 2nd and 14 coming up. As now Bo Hall, he's going to drop back the pass. He doesn't see anybody open. He's going to try to scramble, and then does his shovel pass last second. It's nearly picked off, but at least it falls harmlessly incomplete. But the Tommies still have a long third down ahead of him. We're going to try to get it to Chad McKenzie, and he drops the pass as well, which means we have to punt it once again. It's a true shame that our offense is having a hard time moving the ball because our defense is playing okay so far. As Heidel, he makes the catch, and it's only a gain of 6. We're at least doing a decent job of preventing the big plays so far. Next play, Jensen is in the shotgun. He's going to drop back the pass, and it throws a strike over to Jantz, as Jantz is able to gain 12 on the play. But then 2 plays later, it's now 3rd and 5 for the Bobcats here, as Jensen's going to try to drop back and throws a dime to Hopkins Jr. once again. No, hang on, it's incomplete. And so we hold them to another field goal attempt, where this time it's wide right. If they kick another one farther than that, we might have to think about try running it back. It worked out for Auburn in previous Iron Bowl, as we complete that pass for 7 yards on the play. Good job, Patrick Miller. 3rd and 3 for the Tommies. We are approaching midfield, as Bo Hall is going to try to throw it to his running back, but he just doesn't have enough time to get the play to develop, which means we will try to do this little fake punt again. Although this time I don't think it's going to work. Oh, we just get it. But oh boy, was it really close. But the drive will still continue as we're at the end of the first quarter. We're only down by 7, so who knows? Maybe we'll get the upset. We'll just have to wait and see. 2nd and 7 for the Tommies, though, after a short run, as we try to get it off to our tight end Patrick Miller once again, but it falls incomplete. Bo Hall really struggling today. 1 for 11 for 7 yards. Need better production from our quarterback going forward. We try to throw it to Gibson, as Gibson takes a shot and does not complete the catch, which means we will have to punt it away once again. Following the punt, Texas State is going to take over at about the 15-yard line, as Brown Jr., he's going to run up the gut, and it goes for a huge gain, 24 yards on the play. Brown Jr. having a phenomenal day so far. Only 5 carries with 67 yards already. But a couple plays later, they face 3rd and 4 now, and they get it to Brown Jr., but he's not aware of the marker, and so it's a couple yards short of the first, which means we do have the ball back in. While our defense, once again, is playing so phenomenally, we just can't get anything going until right here, Gibson up the middle for a gain of 27. As the Tommies are looking to strike and tie this game. At 3rd and 3, Bo Hall fumbles the ball here. And so just like that, my hopes and dreams get absolutely crushed. Bo Hall tries to scramble up the middle, but the guys don't hold it long enough. And so Tommies will have to punt again. So now the Bobcats have the ball again, and this time, Rob Brown Jr., he's going to run up the left-hand side. He breaks 2 tackles and gets out of bounds, but not before another gain of 10 yards on the play, leading to the 2nd and inches, which they try to run it up the middle, and guys were ready for it, but he breaks so many tackles. It's really disgusting, actually. He's able to gain 7 yards in the first. Following the first down play, Bobcats get it back to Brown Jr. He breaks another tackle. He gets caught from behind. But Brown Jr. is heating up as the game goes on, as he already has 100 yards rushing. We're not even in the end of this first half. Next play, option run. Robert Brown Jr. once again running up the sideline and is down inside the 5-yard line. It's a 34-yard gain. Couple plays later, though, Jensen in the shotgun. He's going to actually keep it this time around, and it's going to be an easy touchdown for the man, as now Bobcats take a 14-0 lead over St. Thomas. We really need to get our offense going here. Our defense is playing really well for what we have to work with, but our offense, including right there, is just having a hard time getting anything going whatsoever, as we now have 3rd and 15, and we almost throw another interception. Oh my goodness, we are struggling today. And of course we had to punt it because it was 4th and 15. I may be bold, but I'm not stupid. As Robert Brown, he gets to catch up the left-hand side, and he breaks another tackle. This dude is absolutely slippery. Couple plays later, Texas State now facing a 3rd and 3, as Jensen's going to drop back to pass and throws a dart to the left-hand side, and dude gets mossed. Caleb Tyford goes up and gets it over our poor defender, and so we're now down 21-0. But we do have the ball back, and we're going to try to get something going here as Bo Hall, he's going to run it up the right-hand side, goes for a gain of 20 yards on the play. First down, Tommies. As now we move into the no huddle to try and get ourselves back into this game. Try to run the corner route, but it gets hit as he's thrown, and it falls incomplete. Next play, Bo Hall, he's going to drop back to pass, going to scramble again, tries to throw a dart to Thompson, and it works! 11-yard gain on the play, and it's a first down for the Tommies. As now we have a 1st and 10 set up. Bo Hall's going to drop back to pass. He doesn't see anybody, so he's going to go ahead and throw his ball away. Live another down, I suppose. Next play, Bo Hall dropping back. He's going to go to his right, and it goes to Snyder. Snyder, who's able to move it forward 8 yards, as we will call our first time out. Only 2 more remaining. 3rd and 2, we do a play action. As wide gets wide open, and we miss him. Oh my goodness, that would have been a first down and probably a lot more. And of course, you gotta believe we are going for it here, as they are doing a pretty good job of spying us, and we don't get the first down. Texas State is gonna take over with about 50 seconds left. So now here's to hoping that we can actually stop them before with the time remaining on the clock, but right now it's not looking good. Jacoby Hopkins, he gets 7 yards. First play only takes a few seconds before he gets out of bounds. And the next play right here, Jensen gets hit as he's thrown, but he throws a perfect ball to Hopkins once again. Now Texas State is definitely in field goal range. As now we actually, I'm surprised he didn't call an offsides, but it does a little player lock thing. And it definitely doesn't work for us either way. Hopkins with his, I think his 3rd catch of the drive, and he gets for 8 yards. 3rd and 2 though for the Texas State Bobcats, and it's once again Jacoby Hopkins, who is just absolutely killing us so far in this game. Hopkins is just, that's his 4th catch of the drive, as it's helping the quarterback out and getting some extra yards, and we almost had him inbounds, but he throws our man to the ground, which means they can preserve their timeouts, which means 2nd and goal. Once again, there's Brown Jr. making the difference, as Texas State is going to go into the locker room at halftime with a 28-0 lead. Things are looking really rough for the Tommies. Definitely need to revert to our first quarter ways if we want to have a chance of making this a respectable ball game. So since we have the ball first, Texas State is going to start with the ball to start the second half. And first play from scrimmage is going to be Jacoby Hopkins once again with a catch, this time for 5 yards. He already has 8 catches for 59 yards and that touchdown. You definitely love a guy like that if he's on your fantasy team, as JT Wiles, he gets another 5 on another pass play. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs for the Bobcats, and it's going to be another carry for Brown Jr., who goes up the middle. He bamboozles a couple of fellas, but he is eventually brought down at about midfield. As we're looking at a fresh set of downs for these Bobcats, and Brown Jr. is just able to do what he wants. He breaks a tackle, and he almost goes all the way, but thankfully we had that shoestring tackle. Slow him down just a tad. Jensen dropping back. He throws it to Tyford, but it's incomplete. Guy drops the pass, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. Next play, following the drop, Jensen calling a audible real quick, and it's Robert Brown Jr., who's having a heck of a day so far. Another 9-yard carry. He's approaching 200 yards on the ground, having whatever he wants against his Tommies defense right now. Following the 3rd and 1, Jensen tries to option keeper. He breaks 2 tackles, and he's in the end zone. And look at this. We have him in the backfield originally. He breaks that tackle, and then we had him here again, and it goes and he gets into the end zone instead. What a heartbreaking way to get a touchdown scored on you, as now our offense needs to get something going here just so that we can not get blown out, or not blown out, but shut out is what I meant to say. As Bo Hall, he's going to try to throw it to the left-hand side, but Cordell Rogers almost picks it off. We will still live another day, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. Next play, Bo Hall is in the shotgun. He's going to scramble to his right. He doesn't see anybody. He's going to try to bamboozle somebody. He does the spin thingy, and he gets the first. So now the Tommies are going to move into the no huddle. As Bo Hall, he gets the first down. The next play, he gets crushed on the play, and he looks like he is down, and he's going to be hurt, which means our backup is Michael Edwards. He's going to be in the game. Hopefully nothing bad happens, but gets a nice scramble to the left-hand side. As Michael Edwards, he gets a nice gain, 19 yards. Does a real good job of making sure everybody clears out. So now 2nd and 11, we get Julius Spicer in for a better quarterback in, as we throw it to Warren Woods, who makes the catch. Actually, it's Brian Woods. That's the first time I called his name, I'm pretty sure, all season. And so now we have it 1st, 2nd, and goal, and Spicer's going to finish things up, and the Tommies are on the board. So that's really nice to know that at least we won't be shut out today, as we find ourselves now down 35-7 here at Bobcat Stadium. But following that exciting event, Texas State, he's going to almost bring it all the way. Only one man to beat, and thankfully our guy was able to make the shoestring tackle, as they have had whatever they want since that punt. They have scored on 4 drives in a row. They can easily make it 5 if we are not careful, as Robert Brown takes it up the middle, another 15 yards. Easy first down for the Bobcats, as now Brown Jr., he's going to run to the left, and we had him stopped initially, and whoa! Look at that hit, though. I've never seen that animation before. It's still a gain of 8 yards, though, but at least we had a cool animation on our side. Next play, Robert Brown. Come on, guys, get to him. We stopped him a little bit, but still going to go for first down, as Robert Brown, 18 carries, 200-plus yards. Dude is balling. 2nd and 7, though. Going to be a throw to Tyford. That goes for a gain of 5, and it's another short 3rd down situation. Can the Tommies get to stop? We're about to find out here. Is Jensen, he's going to scramble. No, he's not going to scramble. He's going to throw it deep, and Hopkins wins the one-on-one matchup. And we had a safety there, and it still doesn't matter. Still got the touchdown, and now nothing can go wrong. And now everything is going absolutely wrong, as we find ourselves down 42-7. As Brown is continuing his dominance on the ground. He might be in for some records if we don't do anything for the rest of his ball game, as Robert Brown gets another 5 yards on that carry. Alright, so after a uneventful run, we have a 3rd and 6, as Jensen's going to drop back the pass. He's going to throw it to Brown again, but he's short of the marker. It goes for a 4th and 3, as end of the 3rd quarter. We had aspirations for an upset, but it's not going to happen. But right now, we just got to make sure that we stop them here, as the kick is up, and it's going to be no good once again. Another missed field goal for the kicker, as we get another studio update, and West Virginia pulls the upset on Baylor. It's their first loss of the season, while the Mountaineers will improve to 3-5, so their bowl hopes will at least stay alive. Meanwhile, for us, if we have any chance of going to a bowl game this season, we need nothing short of a miracle, and I don't know if we're going to get it, as Bo Hall, we try a screen Fourth, it doesn't work. We punt it away. You know how it usually goes here in this series, at least for the first season. But look at this. We get a sack. Technically, he fell by himself, but it's a 4-yard loss for us, and that's really nice to see that, as now Texas State has a long second down, and we get another drop, ladies and gentlemen. We could get another stop, which would be extremely cool to see. But look at this. Perfect throw up the left-hand side next play, as Jacoby Hopkins makes us pay with that 36-yard gain. A couple plays later, Jensen's going to hand it off to Brown Jr. as he's able to stiff arm a man before getting down. Looks like about the 20-yard line, so just right outside of the red zone. It's a gain of 12 as they throw it to Hadel next. Hadel was a star receiver, but that's only his second catch, so I guess we've done a good job of containing him, although definitely not anybody else in particular today. As 1st and 10, it's going to be another throw to Brown Jr., and he's going to be able to finish it for another touchdown today. 10-yard touchdown reception, and that's his 5th passing touchdown, which is a new record for passing touchdowns in a game, so at least you got to be happy for him if you're a Texas State fan. But the Tommies are trying really hard to try to get anything going here. We now have a 3rd and 11 coming up, and we try to audible into something else as we throw it to Adrian Thompson, and I don't know what we were thinking, to be honest. I don't know what I was thinking. We are just trying anything at this point, and absolutely nothing was working whatsoever. We tried another fake punt because we were going to lose this game anyways, but that didn't work, so we just kind of keep shooting ourselves in the foot here. They get another 1st down as Jensen, he's going to scramble, and this time it goes for a gain of 9 on the play. Following that scramble, Jensen finds himself in the shotgun once again. Robert Brown motions out to the left, and nobody's covering him because he's able to basically walk into the end zone. I know we had a guy there at the end, but I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, as we now find ourselves 56-7. But Adrian Thompson's finally showing up, at least 22-yard catch, so we at least have that. So maybe we'll get another touchdown, so that would be cool. But then again, we throw it behind Adrian Thompson, so that really stinks. So now we have a 2nd and 10. Bo Hall dropping back. It's almost intercepted to try to throw that curl. It did not work. Okay, so we're doing a halfback screen. Maybe this will work out for us, but probably not. And it was definitely the latter because it did not work. 4th and 14. Have to punt it away. So at this point, gotta hope that they at least show pity on us. And that's simply not going to happen, as Brown Jr., he's down the sideline, and he's tackled inside the 5-yard line, but not before a gain of 60. And because of his run, Robert Brown, he gets the single game record at his university for most rushing yards in a game at 314. Oh my goodness. But they do at least try to run the clock out on us, and they have the backup running in. But it doesn't matter as they get into the end zone once again. And that's actually going to do it here, folks, as we end up losing this game by a score of 63-7. At first, it was looking really good for us, and I really had hope that we get win number 1. But instead, we get absolutely blown out of the water here on the road and lose this game by a score of 63-7. Definitely a pretty demoralizing way to lose a game, if you ask me. Another big loss for the Tommies, but I mean there is a little something that we can look at and take a couple of positives out of this game. Gonna start with a passing attack though. Julius Spicer, he came in, he was 2 for 2 for 23 yards, engineered our only drive that led to a touchdown. Our starting quarterback, however, Bo Hall, he was 11 for 39 and 112 yards, and had a 28% completion percentage. So, it was tough out there. But I think, based off what I saw today, I think what I want to do is, I want to give Julius Spicer a shot and see what he can do, because he looked better in his limited action than what Bo Hall did today. So I think that's going to be the move going forward. As for rushing, Denny Dilkins had a tough day out there today. He had 11 carries for -2 yards. He had most of our carries, although Bo Hall, he had 8 carries for 39 yards and led the team in rushing yards. However, our only touchdown today came from, once again, Julius Spicer. He had 1 carry for 2 yards. Receivers, you know, it was a tough one out there. Adrian Thompson and Freddie Gibson each had 3 catches to their name. Though Gibson, he led us with 52 yards receiving. The blocking tight end out of Texas. He did get hurt in this game, but I think he should be back for our next game, where we'll probably inevitably get blown out, but hey, totally fine. And then finally, our defense was led by Steven Spurlock and Chad Parrish, each of whom had 7 total tackles today. And he also had a tackle for a loss, Michael Edwards as well as Marlon Greenwood. You know, each had a tackle for a loss to their name. I don't think we got to the quarterback, nor did we force any turnovers. On a more positive note, though, Justin Spicer has decided that he is going to sign with our football team. He's going to be a part of our program for next season. Our best prospect by far, with that 69 overall, which is going to be extremely helpful. And then we have a bunch of other guys that are ready to visit as well to provide some reinforcements for us as well. So I'm extremely excited about that for sure. But hey, you know what? Next week we're going to get back at it again. We are going to be on the road to play against the Louisiana Lafayette Ragin' Cajuns, a big rivalry of the South Central Louisiana State Mud Dogs in a previous series that we did here on this channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this video, though. Make sure you leave a like, and if you're brand new to the channel as well, make sure you hit that subscribe button for me as well, as I would truly appreciate that. Until then, I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.